took a little break between recording episode 2 and sitting down to record episode 3. I don't know if it's a good thing to record episodes so close to each other, because I feel like there might need to be more breathing room for all the thoughts in my head to fully take shape and perhaps even cultivate some ideas. And I feel like the dust has not settled yet, and there might be things that are kind of escaping me right now, but I would just have like this sudden revelations later on if I keep thinking about it. But I'm really excited for the show, and I really want to see more, honestly. Actually, maybe getting more material to just think about right now would be good, because it's still early on, and I'm clearly missing a lot of the pieces, and it would be nice to have at least a good chunk of the puzzle done so I can actually get better ideas of what I'm working with. You know what happened in the previous episode, so do I, and you probably know my thoughts on it if you watched the reaction, and if you haven't, you should totally go and watch it before this one. But for now, let's move to watching the third episode.
Petey?
Did he pass out? Oh.
I just slipped. Should have vested a bath mat, maybe.
Okay. Did he forget that happened, or is he hiding it from Mark? I think he's hiding it from him. But what could be the reason? Does he not want him to worry, or
You sure
is there something more sinister at work?
Anybody live in that unit next door?
No, it's just Mrs. Selvig in the other direction.
Uh-oh. If she actually
occasional mixer wouldn't hurt anything.
is a, oh my god.
All floor mixer last quarter?
Is he having like flashbacks
whatever that means.
to the work days?
Can't imagine Dylan's 4% on Sunset Park's gonna help with.
This is freaky.
You okay?
Two worlds are colliding. It does make sense because
Yeah.
it's like all those memories of your other self rush in
With the
if you
sickness,
reverse the severance. Probably not supposed to be happening, so it's like malfunctioning. What was I saying before it happened? Oh, if Mrs. Selvig is gonna see Petey, if she still has her memories, if she's just pretending to be another person, she would definitely recognize him. And he can alert Mark about her. I just realized that him is wearing like a prisoner uniform, further reinforcing that idea of him being a captive. An interesting visual. Gathered in a syringe and then turn into that black goo. It's like their memories, their identity has been extracted. And maybe sometimes it seeps back in, and that was what that episode was with the guy at work with the black liquid pouring on his keyboard. Guess we're gonna find out maybe if she does have her memories.
But the relativity's fucked. So, my first day at Lumon's as far back as my 5th birthday, and with 2 pasts, it blurs the present too.
Interesting.
But they said it would get better.
Who are they?
Who's they?
Yeah.
A group of people that know Severance is a blight on mankind, and they're gonna do something about it.
So like an activist group that's against Lumon.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna unsever.
I don't want you to unsever, because that's gonna work.
It hasn't been a blight for me. It's helped me.
Yeah, it's a blight for your other self that you consider yourself.
Is that you're murdering people 8 hours a day and you don't even know it?
So the numbers are killing people?
I mean, you really don't get to leave as in they're down there right now.
Well, what, like chained up? Or...
Permanent slaves? Is she having another episode?
Gonna talk about it in here? I don't know if monitors are bugged, or if Irving's gonna walk in.
Yeah, but it's all in his head, right? They don't actually have like connection to him. Also, it would make sense for Lumon to bug all of their workers' houses, but they probably didn't.
Where the fuck is June?
This is gonna be a problem. He's gonna totally lose it.
Who's June?
Good question.
June is my daughter. Greatest kid on earth and a hell of a guitar player.
Did she die? Is that why? Did he also lose somebody and that's why he decided
How
to
happy are
undergo
you that
the
you asked me
severance
to stay
procedure?
here?
To help to deal with his mourning? Is everyone who's on the severance floor just depressed and traumatized and trying to escape reality? Everyone has has things sooner or later that they would rather forget, but forgetting your whole self is different. Plus, while those people lead their personal lives, they still have the memories that torture them. And also, that lady is definitely acting very obsessive and weird, so I do feel like she has memories. At the same time, she seems different from how she is at work, even when she's alone. So, I'm not sure. Did he have just one single fish in his aquarium, even though it was pretty large? Why subject that fish to loneliness? Just a reflection of him, I guess.
Wake up, Petey. Petey?
Okay, he's not dead. Good. I wonder what his
Might be
dreams
this
are like, with all those colliding parts in
Right.
his mind.
I lost my wife a couple years ago in a car accident. This is, it's helping me.
Is it just the idea that you're not really
come in
thinking
sometimes.
about her
With red eyes.
a big chunk of your day,
We had a joke that you had an elevator allergy.
but instead he was crying in his car?
You carry the hurt with you. You feel it down there too. You just don't know what it is.
I was thinking also maybe that he wanted to at least his body to not be subjected to the stress of grief for that duration of him working, but if it still weighs on him, it might not work like that. But I do think it's definitely not as stressful if you actually don't know, or he doesn't know that work that he does there and that environment is stressful in a different way. She's always watching him. Wait, is she... Was she using a hairdryer on the snow to melt it? Do people do that? I know she was just using that excuse to spy on him, but still, he didn't seem weirded out by that behavior. I wonder if at some point there gonna be like some sort of communication established between different
I deleted the scary numbers.
selves of Mark.
Right.
Maybe he would be leaving notes to himself somehow.
Dylan took over training in your stead to great success. You look trim, Mark. I wonder if you were food poisoned.
New photos come in?
Oh, good. You can finally get rid of those old ones.
He's technically their boss, but they'll still work together at the same office doing the same thing.
You did submit it.
I did. It's
She's
good.
so happy.
Used to find it funny to interrupt Petey's announcements. Along with gas having.
Surprised that was allowed.
Oh, I'm Mark, your new announcements person.
He likes to document everything.
Couple things here.
Why are you standing weird? Stand normal.
How do you stand normal?
Lastly, Helly's resignation request.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that can't be right. My Audi wouldn't do that.
I don't think that those people even get those requests, honestly. Those versions of them, I mean. Oh, another escaping attempt. She's gonna end up in the break room for sure. I hope we get to see what's on the inside.
Shall I, tiptoe up and sneak to the door?
He's at work, baby. It doesn't matter.
How do you know?
Because his car's not here.
Maybe he played hooky.
Can you go do it? Because I gotta pee.
Yes.
Oh wait, are they gonna find Petey?
Against the door or to the side?
I think either's really good.
My
What
bad.
did they even
I'm
bring?
gonna put it off to the side.
Awesome.
Oh my god, he's so pedantic. Maybe he has OCD. I kind of do too, but not horribly so.
I
Yeah.
hope he comes home early.
He's not going to.
Yeah, I don't think they ever let them out early against the protocol. Of course she's spying. Didn't doubt it for a second. She's gonna snoop. She's gonna pick up whatever they left. God, I hope she doesn't find Petey. If he has another episode and screams or collapses, she might hear and know that somebody's there. It's stressing me out.
Hey, what's that, Sudoku?
It's nothing.
I like Sudoku.
What were you drawing?
You getting back to work in Cuba's form.
It's making me think that they were not really conspiring. It seems like he was hiding stuff from him. This is bad. Is that the box with the crafts? Yeah. Wait, did she take the candle? Mark might notice that.
Yes?
Wait, was that the creepy guy from work? The one that always takes pictures? Oh my god. He's remembering. He might not realize straight away who she is exactly because everything is so jumbled. But I think knowing that she's from work is enough to recognize her as a threat. And also the fact that she's not supposed to be here. She's clearly breaking in. So all she did was snoop around and smell a candle. Interesting. I don't even think she went to every single room. And if she was looking for Petey, she would have, right? Maybe she's just a creepy stalker. Go to the break room, I want to see it. Uh-oh, don't jump off the bridge.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I mean, it's been like
Oh,
45 minutes.
She just went to the bathroom. She might still get in trouble for being there for so long.
Fine, Mark.
I think I need to come in. That's okay.
What did she do?
No.
I am going to come in, so
Is she looking for a chip or
get
something?
ready.
Writing the note directly on your skin.
Oh.
Well, unfortunately,
I
the
thought that
detectors can
that's
pick up lettering in it.
something Mark
Does
would
this
be
look
doing,
like
but
mine, dear?
she's doing it.
If you put your arms together. Huh, not bad. You were starting to, like, be okay here.
What, because I did the numbers thing?
Well, you got to win. You know, a lot of people find joy in that.
It literally causes fear.
It's good that whatever they're
Okay,
doing
I'll
with
give you 5
numbers
minutes to
doesn't
scrub your
brainwash
arms.
them into
Or
compliance.
what?
You want Grainer to use the bad soap. There's bad.
I wonder what bad soap is like. Bad, I imagine.
Loathing with which she spoke to you.
Well, acclimating takes time.
And guidance.
This guy needs to mind his own business.
She should see the Perpetuity wing.
It just seems premature. I mean, that place is a lot.
Correct. That place is everything.
Interesting. Can't wait to see it.
Door from someone. Open it, would you?
Okay, so she's definitely aware.
Oh, God.
Is this the brother-in-law?
I thought it was a
Again,
book. I didn't
book.
expect it to be the brother-in-law's book.
Chapter 12. On learning to be emotionally nude in front of my wife.
Checking for message.
The sister should have realized that book would not be something Mark would like and stopped her husband. I guess she indulges him. Okay, my light totally did not crash on top of desk.
It's been weird since Petey left. I mean, you know, he set the tone.
He shouldn't be so
If
honest with
Petey were
her.
the tone setter you're lionizing him as, he'd still be here.
Interesting.
What does that mean?
Are you gonna make me throw my mug at you?
Oh my god.
Why would you?
Oh my god! She's like an abusive mother to him.
Mark,
Not
what I
really
just
proper
did
behavior for a
was
boss.
something I knew that you could handle and grow from. It was very painful for me.
Making herself out to be the victim.
Open or closed?
It's all about her.
Both.
ajar, I guess. But I think what she meant about Petey still being there, because if he was like a role model around here, then he would be just exactly what Lumon wants him to be.
My guess is that they do it piecemeal per muscle. So
No, I don't think so.
They have
Stealth,
cameras
$30,
everywhere.
Breast ab, $20.
He's not being particularly inconspicuous.
Just in case you find this relevant for some reason, the code detectors can read messages hidden inside the body as well.
Oh my god. I thought about everything.
Also, when that happens,
how would that even work?
Milkchick's job to extract the message from you. And when he asks how long ago you ingested it, I really can't recommend honesty enough. It's easier for you both if he knows which end to start from.
Oh my god. This is terrifying. Ew.
Shut down your workstation. We're taking a trip.
To the infamous Perpetuity wing.
The second verse of Ambrose to ban those, which was necessary to further the narrative, but regrettable.
Oh my god.
Family, and it certainly wasn't my intent to slight him further.
I'm like falling asleep while sitting down, listening to the guy.
Hey, what the hell is Egan bingo?
It's how you don't die of boredom in the perpetuity way. And come on.
Oh, so it's not exciting? I was hoping that it would be. Oh, this guy again.
Remember, we'll have those new handbook totes soon. So exciting.
Thanks for the tip. You got some business? Or you just out for a fucking stroll?
Dylan.
He really doesn't like him.
And I'm just wondering what you're up to. It's rare seeing you out of your hole.
Egg drop challenge in the team building space.
Are those the people that never leave?
Good to see you, O&D.
Those eggs look like shit.
I wonder what they do.
Irving, come on.
Something as strange as picking evil numbers, or even stranger.
I wasn't expecting. Is this about Helena?
No, this is about Peter Kilmer. And I should tell you that the board is joining us.
She seems perturbed by it, the boss lady.
The board would like you to speak first.
Oh, yes. Salutations.
Really creepy.
Not to be alarmist, but prior to his departure, there were some troubling signs of possible reintegration.
So they know that it is possible. So the board is only communicating with that woman.
The board is conveying pretty strongly that the severance procedure is provenly irreversible.
Yes.
And that this knowledge should be a given for a person managing a severed floor.
Yes, of course.
While, of course, getting MTR to their projected numbers by the quarterly deadline in 3 weeks.
It's interesting to see her in a position of insecurity, not in power.
And may I ask?
Goodbye, Harmony.
Yeah, she definitely has no power in this situation.
There's seriously a two-person department, like they only ever see each other?
For the most part, it's lonely, I suspect.
And unnatural, perverse.
O&D is nice.
No, they're not. Nor do they share our values. Kier sorted the departments by virtue.
What are their
Macrodots
values?
are clever and true, while O&D's more cruelty-centered.
How many departments are there?
Sounds like Hogwarts houses.
O&D tried a violent coup on the others decades ago, and that's why they reduced them down to 2, and that's why they keep us all so far apart now.
Nope. There was no coup. No one killed anyone.
Then why don't we ever hang out?
I mean, I'm 99% sure there was no coup.
Uh-oh.
If they come back and attack us, I think we should kill Mark.
Oh, yeah?
Well, definitely don't kill Mark. He's like the only one who's helping you.
It's just feeling like a really powerful image to me.
Just seems like they'd recognize my face. Maybe if you wore it inside out.
Then it would be kind of like they're kissing.
Now, children of my industry, and know the children of my blood.
Very dramatic.
James Egan, current CEO, remarkable man.
Current CEO, so he's not just like a founder that maybe stepped out or passed away. He is currently the boss of the company. Interesting. I imagine he's the board that they mention and that listens through that intercom. I feel like I even caught the sound of that intercom, like a little scratch just now. Weird.
whole back part is Kia.
So this is kind of like a museum that tells the history of the company. Petey's gonna get himself killed or found and killed.
Should you tame the tempers as I did mine, then the world shall become but your
All in the same family line. He did say something about his blood, Irving, when they stepped in.
As she told her father at age 7, she was going to be the first. Isn't that lovely?
It's beautiful.
Is it?
I remembered my own childhood.
It's
Yeah, she definitely doesn't find this inspiring in the same way he does.
history makes us someone, gives us a context, a shape. And
Yeah,
waking up
our
on
memories
that table,
define us.
I was shapeless. I learned that I work for a company that has been actively caring for mankind since 1866.
How do they care for the mankind? What do they do for the mankind? Or do they just tell them that they do something for the
And they
mankind?
rotate these through.
It's
The
shapeless
true
in
number of
itself.
smiles may well be in the millions.
So what are we, like a dental company?
No, point is you're part of a history now.
A noble one.
And that's so much more.
They update the mouth wall?
Those are just empty words, no substance.
Mouth wall.
Damn, they took down the chick I like.
Those wax figures look so creepy. Then again, all wax figures look creepy.
Yeah,
It's his house?
a perfect replica.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
I was about to ask, is it gonna be to scale? I'm actually shocked. Even all the personal belongings and stuff like that.
Kia, just as he might have left it.
Yeah?
Were you about to bed sit?
Irving seems so diligent and loyal to the company and just doing
What's that
everything
in
by the
your
book. It's surprising that he was the
pocket
one
knife?
that experienced that strange episode.
Oh, God, Mark. Still, the Eagans. It's the living soul of Lumon. And everything she stands for, not a bingo match.
Look, Kier said keep a Mary.
He really doesn't want anyone to have fun. I wonder if they're
Helly.
being watched and listened to in here as well. Also, oh my god, is she making another escape attempt? She knows that they can easily lock her out. She's gonna end up in the break room. Can't wait. Sorry, Helly, but I need to see that whatever happens there.
Jesus.
That would be a funny read, I think. I wouldn't mind a copy. Oh my god. This is so pointless, that's the saddest part. Even if she gets out, she would just go back to her other self and come back, as she did before. Okay, but if she wounds herself, her other self at least would see that. But they would probably make up some other lie and give her a Pip's card. Break room incoming. Come on. Don't cut away. Okay. I got really agitated. I'm extremely curious about this. Wonder how Petey got a recording of this.
Look, you seem like a smart person. But don't you see how fucked up this is? You can't
Not right
keep...
now, Helly.
He might be smart, but he definitely doesn't care. Empathy and intelligence are very different things. If anything, they are often opposing things because emotions
Depends on the
cloud
take,
judgment.
What is this?
Read it.
So is it really all they do? Just say stuff? Maybe the amount of times you have to say this starts like driving you insane.
I'm thankful to have been caught. My fall cut short by those with wise
What
intent.
does that tool measure? Like the sincerity of her voice? How much the words are getting to
I'm
her, how
afraid you
much she
don't mean
means
it.
them? Oh yeah, exactly.
Excuse me?
Again, please.
So she has to read that until she means it. That is crazy. And like, she can't leave until she does mean it. So it does re-educate you in a way. Rewire your brain. Surely they can't possibly be doing that all day or multiple days, right? That would not be productive for the company. Maybe people break easier than I imagine and faster. Just like that, replaced, like he was never there. They're all expendable and interchangeable in the eyes of the company. Oh my god. Petey left that. Now Mark would be able to explore the building. Maybe find out something interesting. What that place next to the break room is. Yeah, the question marks one.
How many tokens? I can't even know tokens.
He's gonna get himself arrested or something, and Lumon's gonna get to him first. He really shouldn't have been left unsupervised. I don't know which one would be worse for him, to be found by Lumon or die. I imagine they would probably kill him too. I think Lumon, the word has something to do with light, like in Latin. So they're kind of like light bringers. But I think that so is Lucifer, technically. We know how that ended. At least if he was discovered, he wasn't discovered in Mark's house. My god, is he dead? Okay, he's alive. But it's probably over for him. We're gonna get to him. Mark should leave before he's associated with him.
He's down, he's down.
Oh, he looks happy to see him.
Sir, can you hear me? You got that?
Oh.
Yeah, dispatch, I got a 1053
Oh no, is he dead? At least he passed valuable information to both Marks, like schematics of the building. That's definitely gonna be helpful. But it is sad to see him go. Also, that makes like the whole situation more morbid and hopeless, because if that is the result of the reversal of Severance procedure, then there is no escape from it. It is irreversible then. But maybe only he had the adverse reaction. I think he might have been the only one who went through it though, which again is pretty hopeless. Maybe Mark is gonna be the first patient that has it done right. Is it Petey's phone? Somebody was calling him before in the bathroom too. It could be the organization he works with. Respond. I have to wait till next episode for that. I definitely need to take a longer break than a few hours this time. Probably till tomorrow or something like that. But I think at this point it is good to take time to think about everything and possibly connect the dots or build some theories, digest everything that I have seen better. Yeah, this was definitely interesting. I think the more and more we delve into this world, the more it takes shape. Just like Irving was talking about, how history helps things take shape, and I mentioned that memories do as well. Me learning the history as well as just getting all the new information, it definitely shapes things up, and like I said before, it just gives me more puzzle pieces to work with to form this picture. and a lot of things are still unclear. This is definitely a picture that's far from being completed. I am getting a slightly clearer view on things. I'm definitely assembling more and more pieces. It is fun, it is interesting, it's the kind of journey that I enjoy regardless of the destination, that I'm not rushing to get to the point where I get all the answers and everything makes sense, everything is revealed. I am enjoying the journey towards it. It is interesting to get more and more questions. It's in a way just as, or maybe even more satisfying as getting the answers, because once you get the answers, that's it. But until you do, you can speculate, you can analyze, you can brainstorm, and that's where the fun lays in. I did enjoy seeing that museum eerie atmosphere there. All the previous CEOs just seem like a cult. There's definitely some cult of ideals there, of values, as they said. But what exactly are those values, and what exactly is their importance to the world, and how do they make it better? According to Irving, they do, but I think that it's just something that he's been suggested, something that he wants to believe, and that's why he just takes it at face value, not really questioning it, not doubting it. For me, it just raises endless questions. There's no transparency, there's no proof, there's no substance behind it. It's just empty platitudes, flowery words that make you feel better, generic affirmations, not unlike the ones that he was listening to during that meditation-like session. I just want to know what they actually do, if anything. It's really interesting to me. If there is an actual importance, and if there is, I don't think it's necessarily positive, but it could be just, I don't know, necessary evil type of thing, sacrifices for the greater good. So it is possible that they're ultimately serving the world, but it could be also just purely nefarious as well. Them unknowingly doing it, in Lumon higher-ups being intentional about it. All the workers beneath them just doing what they're told to. It could be just a social experiment, as I mentioned before. Even if it isn't, to me it is a social experiment, just observing these people in this unusual environment, how they behave, what decisions they make, how they interact with each other. I definitely find that interesting, as well as trying to get into their heads, what they're feeling, what they're thinking, predicting what they're gonna do. The workers always wonder what the outies are like. It makes me wonder as well how many of them have a tragic past, trauma, losses, how many of them experience emotional pain that they separate themselves from, but they still carry it in their personal lives, and according to Petey, they still carry it in their work lives, even if they're not aware of what it is exactly. So it's not really an escape. And while I don't necessarily agree that it's the same to carry that weight when you're aware of it and when you're not, I do think that it doesn't really matter what happens to you if you don't remember it, if you don't experience it. That weight, even if it is taken off your shoulders, it's not really taken off your shoulders. You don't get to experience that relief. Your life essentially gets shortened, but you don't really get a break from your pain. You don't exist during those periods of working, and then you just back. There's not even, it probably doesn't even feel like sleeping. Maybe it does, but I also feel like it's almost like taking a step out of the door. It just continuous line of actions, it's just conscience that is uninterrupted. So you never really get that mental break, that mental relief. You still constantly are aware of whatever that you wish to forget, to separate from. So there's no escape. So it feels kind of pointless. For the outie Mark, it seems like he's trying to escape his grief, but I don't see how that works, how he can fool himself into that working and helping him, because clearly it isn't helping him. He still cries in his car, he's still miserable, he still can't move on. Even though his sister tries to help him with that, to integrate him back into society, to socialize, to date, and to be with friends, people that he doesn't really consider his friends, honestly. But it's not working for him, and therapy is not working, nothing is working, and least of all the severance procedure and working at the severance floor, I don't think it does anything for him. Could only be making things worse, because it probably has some underlying guilt that manifests as his anger and aggression about it and his defensiveness. And meanwhile, the work Mark thinks that there might be some noble cause that they're pursuing, but they have no answers, they have no idea what they're actually doing and why and how it affects the world, so they just want to believe that to be true because it's easier. People believe what they want to believe. People brainwash themselves better than anyone else does that for them. So yeah, Severance definitely doesn't do anyone good, except for maybe the board of Lumon. Seems like Egan, his name, is the only one who's truly in charge, and everyone else is subservient, including Harmony. And she was very unsettled when she was the one being questioned, the one put on the spot, the one being a disappointment. At least she gets to maintain her identity, her memories, so there is that. But I wonder how much she really knows about the company and what they do there. Yeah, a lot of questions, a lot of interesting characters, and a lot of interesting plot points as well. I can't wait to see more. I hope that you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, as always, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe leave a comment. But for now, bye.